From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker.
The images are devastating. Raging, rising water throughout the Wyoming Valley, Bloomsburg, and here at home in the Butler Township area. The President of the United States of America has declared an emergency for Pennsylvania tonight, continuing coverage of the disaster and an update on the levee system. How are they holding up? Good evening and thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Well, there's so much to say about the flooding in northeastern and central Pennsylvania, I don't even know where to start. So I'll start by saying the images are devastating and just plain sad. Our neighbors in the Wilkes-Barre and Bloomsburg areas are enduring a serious and dangerous emergency. The governor of Pennsylvania has declared a state of emergency. The President of the United States has promised us federal assistance. All eyes across the country are on our area. Hundreds of thousands of people were chased from their homes, and a mandatory evacuation is underway for many parts of Luzerne County. According to county emergency officials, the levee system remains under extreme stress. The Susquehanna River actually crested at 42.66 feet, not the 38.8 crest that many thought we'd see, making this the worst flood ever, even worse than Agnes. The levee system was not designed to handle the amount of water swelling from the Susquehanna, but it is holding up, although there are some areas of concern. Governor Tom Corbett toured the area by helicopter today with the state police commissioner and urges everyone to evacuate for their own safety. National Guard troops, state troopers, and police are out in full force, making sure everyone is out of their homes and are monitoring the areas that have been evacuated to prevent looting and to make sure folks do not return to their homes just yet. Well, the flooding in northeast Pennsylvania has officially been declared a national disaster. President Barack Obama has signed emergency declarations, which makes federal resources available. But as News 13's Janine Mazurkevich tells us, the people in the affected areas still need your help.
Well, if you were like me last night, your eyes were glued to the TV watching the devastation of this flooding of September 2011. And I decided, we can make a difference. We can do something here at home in the Greater Hazleton area to help the victims of the September flooding, specifically in the Wyoming Valley area. And I'm here at the American Red Cross, the Greater Hazleton chapter, and we're with Elaine Kite. She is the executive director. So Elaine, thanks for having us to draw awareness and to have people know what they can do specifically to help in this tragic situation.
Well, thank you so much. We certainly appreciate your thoughts. It has been devastating. The number, I don't have exact figures of the number affected. I can tell you we've had at least 20 shelters opened throughout our region. Hundreds of people have found a safe haven through Red Cross services. If you can and were not affected by this storm, please consider making a donation. And you can do it several different ways. Certainly contact your local chapter. You can go to our website, www.redcross.org, or you can text to 90999. Text Red Cross, and that makes a $10 donation.
We have such a generous community, and if you are aware or not aware, me and Craig Lukács actually have a fund. It's called the Making a Difference Foundation. A lot of people from the community took part in that for over 2 years, and we are making a donation to the American Red Cross for $500. We are also making a donation on behalf of Samson Productions for $250, hoping that this will have some relief for the Wyoming Valley area. Now, that leads me to my next point. What can you do instead of donating certain items to the American Red Cross? The best form of donation is what?
It's a monetary contribution. When we receive money, and you can make your check to American Red Cross, you can specify if you want to designate it to a certain area of this disaster. But it's your dollars that truly becomes the blanket we wrap around the family. It becomes the next meal, the next cup of coffee or carton of milk, the teddy bear we give to a child in a shelter. We turn your dollars into the tangible things, the essentials of life that people affected by any disaster, we give them what they need as they need it.
There are people that are in shelters in the Wyoming Valley area that only have water and maybe chips and pretzels, and they're sleeping on the floor. They need blankets. They don't have anything that is in their homes. They're watching their houses on TV.
It is truly heartbreaking. In addition to the physical comfort that Red Cross provides, we also have mental health workers, trained professionals that are there to assist.
Although we are worried about all of the flood victims, we know that your money would like to stay local. You can do that. Again, tell them the ways they can do so.
Again, your check should be made out to American Red Cross. You can make it where the need is greatest, and we'll use it where we see the most devastation, the most need. But you certainly can be specific in the memo section and state exactly where you would like your dollars to be spent.
Well, I think you guys always do a great job, but you are highlighted in moments of tragedy, so good job to you and all of your volunteers. And on behalf of me and Samson Productions and also the Making a Difference Foundation, we wish you luck and many, many prayers.
Well, the worst has passed us as far as the rain goes. The sun is shining today, and it looks like it will be bright skies for the beginning of the weekend, but a slight chance of wet weather does remain a threat over the next few days. We'll see mostly cloudy skies for the rest of tonight, 40% chance of some showers coming our way. Hopefully, we'll keep our fingers crossed that they stay away. We'll see the temp dipping down to 58 tomorrow. We see sunny skies, and again, like I told you, we have a 40% chance of some rain, showers here and there for your Saturday. Forecast tonight brought to you by Valmont Auto Sales, 501-2626. Make sure you stop by Route 93 in West Hazleton. All right, stay tuned. There's much more still to come on your community news station. Fun Fest is on the minds of many of us here in Hazleton. A guest will join me live to talk about some of this weekend's entertainment. And let's face it, there's no Fun Fest without the McAdoo Fire Company's famous food. We have a sneak peek of what's on the menu when we return.
It's time for the Movie Minute right here on News 13, your weekly look at what's playing at Regal Cinema 10 just outside the Laurel Mall. Two new releases to tell you about this week. Contagion is a thriller with an all-star cast led by Matt Damon. The flick is about a deadly disease and a team of doctors who try and get to the bottom of it. Our Idiot Brother stars Paul Rudd as an idealist who barges in on the lives of his three sisters. For showtimes, call Regal Cinema 10 at 450-7454, or to speak to a movie attendant, call 450-7340.
Stay tuned for great local programming all night long right here on SSP TV. At 7 o'clock, it's the Sam Lasan Show. Join Sam as he talks with Elaine Palance. Then from 7:30 to 8, check out the Pottsville Cruise. 8:30 is Real Life in the OR. Join Channel 13 this week to take you inside the operating room as Dr. Mead performs knee repairs and replacements. 9 o'clock is your broadcast of the Sam Lasan Show, and at 9:30 is the Dr. Mead Show. Join Dr. Mead as he shows you how to live a healthy lifestyle. And don't forget about the rebroadcast for our news hits 6, 10, and 11:30.
You're watching News 13, brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker with Janine Mazurkevich, Kristen Bazinski, Christina D'Amato, and Nikki Grimes.
Anyone can make a phone call. What's important is who's on the other end. We've been doing injury law for more than 35 years. It's what we do most. It's what we do best. It's what we do every day. So if you're hurt and want a lawyer who does nothing but injury law every day, there's no reason to call anyone else.
Call Velo Law, Injury Lawyers.
SSP TV Sports on News 13 with Ron Marchetti.
Friday, September 9th, the wettest week of the year. Hi, everybody. Let me start with the public service message that I had repeated so many times on the show. If you are using a sump pump in your basement or wherever, there is no reason you should not have a backup, like a spare tire on your car or an insurance policy. If it sits in a box on a shelf for 10 years, it paid for itself. So again, it's up to you. Now let's review this past miserable week, which included the opening of the 2011 NFL season last night between Green Bay and New Orleans. The Packers defeated the Saints in Green Bay 45-34. Last Friday, Marion Catholic outlasted Lehighton in hometown 32-27. Running back Paul Martin, a senior, rushed for 247 yards and scored 3 touchdowns, while junior Dylan Quirk had a huge game on both sides of the ball. A good way to start the Colts campaign. Hazleton Area lost to Abington Heights in the pit on the road. For the Cougars, quarterback Chet Hoffman rushed for 81 and threw for $103, while running back Brian Campbell ran for 98 yards. Notre Dame lost their opener because they turned the ball over 5 times. 2 late hits on 3rd and long that kept a drive going, a stupid and obvious holding call that nullified a touchdown, a missed short field goal, and a picked-up fumble that was returned 99 yards the other way. 2 lightning and rain delays. The most frustrating game you ever saw if you were a Notre Dame fan. If not, it was fun. Anyway, after 1 minute less than 6 hours, South Florida defeated the Irish 23-20. Mother of God. And to top that off, Army got clobbered. But Penn State won their opener big over the Sycamores of Indiana State. Nate Eachus ran for 165 yards and 1 touchdown in OT at Colgate as the Raiders beat Albany 37-34. What else? Leroy Selman died in Tampa Bay at age 57. Selman was an All-American lineman for Oklahoma in 1975 when the Sooners won their 2nd straight national title in college football. Then after a tremendous NFL career with Tampa Bay, Selman became the first Buccaneer to be inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame in 1996, exactly 20 years after being the NFL's #1 draft pick in 1976. On Labor Day, Tampa Bay manager Joe Madden picked up his 500th career win as the Rays topped the Rangers. Phillies pitcher Cliff Lee pitched his 6th complete game shutout this season. The Yankees pitching staff have had 2 complete games in the last 3 years. Of course, by now, we all know there will be no local high school football games tonight. Now, at this point, which is in the AM, there will be a game tonight, tentatively. But if there is not, or you can't make it to the stadium, the Quarterback Club will have this year's program books at their stand on Sunday at Fun Fest. The big college games tomorrow, Alabama at Penn State, where parking will be horrendous, and Notre Dame and Michigan, where the first night game ever played will be in Ann Arbor. Then on Sunday, the NFL football season will take off. Till Monday, be a good sport. Stay loose.
Hey, thanks, Ronnie. Have a good weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Joining us now, Mike Sosar from the Fun Fest Committee, and he's in charge of a real fun part of planning the whole thing, and that's the entertainment. Always great entertainment at Fun Fest. Mike, I know you guys are busy right now actually setting up out there along Broad Street. So tell me a little bit about the entertainment we can expect this weekend.
It actually starts tonight, Kristen, over at the Ferrara Center, 7 o'clock. The Poets are coming back with us. It's their 2nd year back with us here in town. There are still tickets available, $12 at the door. So if you're still looking for something to do and a nice way to spend a family-oriented Friday night, you know, you still have a little time to plan and head on over there. And then we get into it tomorrow morning. Festival opens at 11 a.m. We have 3 venues this year that are going to provide the entertainment. I call them the hub, so to speak. One is located at the intersection of Church and Broad. Our hub number 2 is located, is going to be right on Laurel and Broad. And then our 3rd hub is going to be at the intersection of Pine and Broad. We kick things off tomorrow morning with our dance schools and various karate schools, and that all gets underway just around 11 o'clock. That's located at the Wyoming Street location. We also have a few other free entertainment available up at the intersection of Church and Broad. That's going to be a few other dance schools. There's a Christian DJ, Michael Klesch. He joins us every year. It's been a tradition. He's going to kick things off. And then we have the local rock band Rail. They're a local band that plays classic rock, a little bit newer stuff. And they're actually going to be our car show band. They're going to be performing from 12 to 3. And that's located just down the corner here from us at Laurel and Broad. Then we get into our evening portion of our entertainment. again, just down the street, hub number 2 here at Laurel and Broad, will be a band from Wilkes-Barre called Gone Crazy. They're a party band. That's usually what we put in there on a Saturday night, just to kind of get everybody feeling good. It's supposed to be a beautiful night. And located just from down there at Pine and Broad are going to be the Teen Street Party. It's a tradition every year. And of course, you, Nikki, and Christine are going to be joining me this year, helping me host the activities.
So we're excited.
It should be fun. The Hazleton Hung Contest. We're also going to be doing the Hazleton's Best Dance Crew, similar to what you see on TV. Right. And round the night out 9 p.m. with fireworks. And then we go back into Sunday. We are going to have the Quantico Marine Band, which I guess was just up on the screen. Yep. They have 2 shows for Saturday scheduled at the Ferrara Center that the tickets already have been gone for a few weeks. So your next opportunity would be Sunday. They're coming downtown with us from 11 to 12:30, located just up the street from us at Church and Broad. Mm-hmm. They'll also be in the parade, so it's going to be a big hit for the day. And then we get into our evening entertainment, again, just down the corner, hub number 2 here at Wyoming and Broad, or I'm sorry, Laurel and Broad. I'll get it there. I always confuse it. Julianne yells at me. Laurel and Broad will have the country band Bounty Hunter, and of course, just down the street at Pine and Broad Hub 3, we'll have the Latin Celebration, local DJs, and there's a group coming in from Philadelphia this year. So tried to fill it out here and there. Our middle location, Hub 2, also has a Shannon Marciato trio. Shannon Marciata, local entertainer. Mm-hmm. She'll be joining us just before the band Saturday night up here at Laurel and Broad. And we also have the Sterling Cuck Blues Band in the same location on Sunday, just before Bounty Hunter here down the street at Laurel and Broad.
Wow, no lack of entertainment, Mike.
Yeah, it's all rolling around one another. We tried to really beef it up this year.
Very good. Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, you worked real hard, so congrats on making it to this weekend, surviving it.
We're here. We're here. We're going full speed ahead.
Absolutely. So FunFest kicks off tonight with the Poets and tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock in downtown, right?
Actually, the festival opens at 11 tomorrow and then 11 again on Sunday.
All right. Sounds good. Mike, thanks so much. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks, Kristen.
All right. We'll see you there. Well, they have been a staple of FunFest for the past 20-plus years. Of course, we're talking about the McAdoo Fire Company. Each year, the Fire Company sets up at the corner of Broad and Wyoming streets in downtown Hazleton with, of course, their delicious food. Potato cakes, halishki, pizza, and cheesesteaks will take center stage. This year, firefighters are asking for your help with a fire safety pledge program that will give away $10,000. You just have to fill out a questionnaire.
And the company that gets the most people to go out and do this questionnaire is eligible for a $10,000 grant. So a $10,000 grant would go a long way. So we're asking for the support of the community to just go to this website, which is www.befiresmart.com/McAdoo-fire-DEPT. And that is allowing us, once they go on, they'll do the 10 questions, and it'll automatically give us credit for them doing it for the McAdoo Fire Company.
And as always, the Fire Company will be selling food at their station on South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo both days from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. or until they run out. One of the biggest events at FunFest is Sunday's Big Parade. This year, it's going to be extra special as we celebrate America's heroes. Floats will be decorated in red, white, and blue, but one is sure to stand out. Keystone Job Corps Center students have been working on a Twin Towers float the Hazleton Fire Department will put in the FunFest parade. Hazleton City volunteer firefighters Tony Colombo and Joe Bugda asked the students to build the float, and the carpentry class was happy to do it.
I can just remember back in 8th grade when it actually happened and how hard it actually hit home. And I want you to think about the people that actually really hit home, people who actually have victims in their family in this.
I have family in New York who cried, who had people that, you know, that suffered a lot. And I'm just glad I can be part of this.
It makes me feel pretty proud about myself, like hands-on, like to give back to people who took away.
I even lost family on that day, and it feels great just putting this up.
It's a really good feeling knowing that we're doing this for people that lost their lives. I actually seen a video of this, and one of the guys that died in the tragedy, actually, my mom actually knew him.
It feels good. You know, unfortunately, it's not under the best circumstances that we're celebrating this anniversary, but we won't forget.
Well, now we aren't going to show you the finished product, of course, because it's a surprise for the parade, but we are told that the float is 8 feet tall and will have banners on the sides of the float with the names of the 343 firefighters who died that day. A piece of steel from the towers that recently was donated to the Hazleton Fire Department will also be a part of that display. Before Fun Fest starts, folks will hit downtown Hazleton running in the annual race for the Hazleton YMYWCA. You're looking at video from the run and walk last year. Organizers say this year's Run for the Gold is going to be bigger and better than ever. The race walk takes place tomorrow at 2 different times. At 9:30 in the morning, there will be a kids run for children 10 and under where everyone gets a medal. The other race is the Run for the Gold 5K run and 5K walk. That race starts at 10. It's $25 to participate, and if parents run in the race, their children can also run for free. All proceeds of this event will go to benefit the Hazleton Y's Youth Scholarship Fund.
It's a great thing to do to stay healthy, first of all, and also to help out the Y with the scholarship fund, because like I said, you want the kids to come out, and you don't want them on the street. We have so many kids coming in and saying they feel safe in the Y.
Racers can sign up tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. There will be refreshments and food after the race. The overall winners will receive a savings bond and plaque. All right, here are your winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck.
Good evening, everyone, and here's your lineup for Saturday. Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. A happy birthday to Will Reeder. This wish comes from your friends, family, and all of us here at News 13. And a happy first birthday to Alana Filler. She celebrates this on Saturday. This wish comes from your Pop-Pop Jeff Filler and your Mamu Filler in heaven. And now for tonight's Talk of the Town. The Hazleton Elks Lodge 200% State Breakfast to honor firefighters and police with the Quantico Marine Corps Band. This will be on September 11th from 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The cost will be $6 for adults and $4 for children under 12. And the Sunday school at the Cunningham United Methodist Church will begin on September 11th with a Heroes-themed rally day. It's for preschool to 12th graders, and it's every Sunday at 9:15 a.m. You don't have to be a member of the church to attend. For more information, please call 570-788-3960. And that's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 extends our deepest sympathies to the family and friends of these recently departed. Dolores Santorowski of Hazleton. A massive Christian burial will be on Saturday at 10 a.m. from the parish of St. Cyril and Methodius at the Church of St. Joseph. Friends may call Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. Anna Lehman of Weston. The arrangements are incomplete and will be announced at a later date. And Violet Stankiewicz of Mahanoy City. The services will be held at the convenience of the family. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop on 15th Street in Hazleton. Free delivery to all local funeral homes. Call 570-454-0111.
I'll tell you of a kingdom from another place and time.
A land where you can go to leave your troubles far behind.
A world of mirth and merriment where magic fills the air. A kingdom called the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair. So bring your friends and family and cast away your cares. Let's all of us be merry at the Renaissance Fair.
Discount coupons for participating Burger King locations. Visit PARenfair.com.
If you struggle with obesity, you know how difficult life can be, but there is help. The fully accredited Northeast Bariatric Center offers 3 surgical alternatives for weight loss, including the newest, minimally invasive sleeve procedure.
Improve your health and enjoy quality time with your family and friends. Just visit our website for more information or to check dates and times for our monthly informational session. You have a lot to gain by losing.
New arrivals include ladies' UGG look-alike boots, both high and low styles in a couple of different styles from $10.99 to $12.99. Ladies' slouch boots just $19.99. Designer accessories at $14.99. Thin slate gloves just $7.99. And ladies' rag wool hats $8.99 and just $3.99. Women's bra and underwear sets for $8.99 and $9.99 by Ornella. And men's quilted flannels, $7.99. Check out these Dickie hats buyout selection, just $2.99, only at Treasure Hunt. Check out the Sea of Shoe sale here at Treasure Hunt, and next week, even bigger news here at Treasure Hunt with a brand new department. Stick around.
Thursday of each month, the Emmaus Healing Ministry gathers at St. Gabriel's Church for a healing mass. It's a way of giving healing and comfort to those who are suffering physically and spiritually. This month is going to be a special celebration. Those who attend will be blessed with the relic of Padre Pio, who was an Italian saint.
He was a saint with so many miraculous powers. He had the power of bilocation. He could be in two places one time. And even while he was living, he could heal so many people, people with cancer and incurable diseases. So we adopted, our ministry adopted Padre Pio as the patron saint of this ministry.
Now, the healing mass will be held on Thursday, September 15th at 7 o'clock at St. Gabriel's Church in Hazleton. The entire community is invited to the special celebration in honor of the saints. Well, we'll be right back with more local news live at 5:30. Don't forget to check us out on the web at ssptv.com. Coming up tonight, we take time to remember September 11th, 2001, as the 10th anniversary of that terrible day will be observed on Sunday. To go along with that, we asked our viewers to send us pictures of local heroes who serve or have served the red, white, and blue, and pictures of those who rescue, save, and protect us on a daily basis. So thank you from News 13 SSP TV. Enjoy this tribute, and we'll see you in a few.
Sign and save during Toyota's Model Year Closeout. Find some of the best deals of the year going on now at your Toyota dealer. Save big with your choice of 0% APR financing on 8 favorite Toyota models. Camrys, Corollas, Benzes, Avalons, Highlanders, Siennas, Tundras, and RAV4s. And Toyota Care now comes with every new Toyota. Sign and save on the last of the 2011s during Toyota's Model Year Closeout.
Take advantage of free prescription delivery and discounts for senior citizens at Yoakum's Pharmacy, 1749 East Broad Street in Hazleton. Choose convenience and save at the same time. Call Yoakum's Pharmacy today, 570-454-1135.
When it comes to your health, you need to put your trust in a team of experienced professionals. Mountain City Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, an Extendicare facility, has one goal in mind: helping people live better. Short-term rehabilitation is our business. Mountain City offers you a chance to recover on our STAR unit, a short-term unit for patients who need some rehab before going home. We provide dedicated nursing and therapy services and offer you a personalized plan of recovery through our evidence-based recovery track programming.
Mountain City helps me live better.
Looking for great vintage furniture, toys, and clothes? Manjone's Vintage Department Store in Hazleton has it. We also have retro and vintage kitchen items, vintage and new clothes, and vintage Christmas items. We are open Thursday through Sunday, 10 to 5. That's Manjone's Vintage Department Store, 783 Alter Street in Hazleton, 926-7476.
Hey everyone, here's what's going on at the Hollywood Diner this week. Thursday, $2 domestic drafts 9 to 11 with 35-cent wings and open mic night with Dynamic Blue. Friday is Kevin Riley 8 to 12 with Long Island iced teas just $4. And Saturday, $3 well drinks 9 to 11 with Cartoon Inside 10 to 1. Check out the new menu by Drew Audition this weekend. It comes out. Stop by the Hollywood Diner where everyone is treated like a star.
It's a day no one will ever forget. September 11th, 2001, 2 hijacked planes fly into the World Trade Center, another into the Pentagon, and a 4th crashes in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Thousands of Americans were killed at the hands of terrorists. Sunday marks 10 years since that horrific day, and many remember it like it was yesterday.
From the Samsung Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Hey again, everyone. Thanks so much for staying with us tonight. I'm Kristen Bazinski. September 11th, 2001. I was getting ready to head into work that morning when my mom called me and told me to turn the TV on. I quickly tuned into the Today Show and was horrified at what I saw. Tower number 1 with a huge hole in the side, fire burning and black smoke billowing into the New York sky. People basically running for their lives. And then another plane crashes into Tower 2. I can remember what I was wearing, where I was even standing in my house, and I remember exactly what I was thinking. I couldn't believe my eyes. I cried knowing so many in the buildings wouldn't make it out alive, and so many more lives would be lost trying to save them. I'm sure many of you share the same feeling about that terrible day. Where were you on September 11th, 2001? And I have that for you coming up in just a few minutes here on News 13. Well, after the morning of September 11, 2001, parents and educators wondered how best to explain that tragedy to children. Now, 10 years later, teenagers entering high school were just four years old that day. Although they have seen the images and heard the stories, they most likely cannot recall firsthand the events of 9/11. Sophomores at MMI Preparatory say they were only in kindergarten or first grade when the Twin Towers fell. So teachers are explaining to them about the terrorist attacks and their aftermath. News 13 stopped by the 10th grade world history class where students were tossing around a cube that represented different aspects of that tragic day. Students shared their thoughts about the victims, the heroes, and the emotions of what happened.
Well, when it happened for them, I was 15, they were 5. So I'm not quite sure if they remember much about what happened. Some of them do, but it's important to go back and talk about it. I think that within the history department, it's our job to make sure that they remember something like 9/11, remember those who lost their lives, remember the emergency responders, the firefighters and the policemen who, risked their lives, some lost their lives, to help people like us.
Other students watched documentaries on the 9/11 firefighters and Flight 93. A special guest even came to talk to the entire school, a New York firefighter. The students also raised money by dressing down for the day in red, white, and blue. And as we were telling you earlier, no one will forget that tragic day of September 11, 2001. News 13 talked with local firefighters and our staff here at News 13, along with some students and teachers, about what they remember from that day.
I was working for American Red Cross Hazleton chapter, and the images on the television were still unbelievable to me, from the color of the sky to the plume of smoke to the faces of the people who survived and ran through the streets.
I remember that I was at school in kindergarten, and we were watching it on TV, and then our principal came in, and he was not happy that a bunch of kindergartners were watching it and turned the TV off, and we all got sent home. He actually closed the school, so we all got sent home.
Actually, I was just had gotten the kids off to school that morning, and was actually, for some unknown reason, which I usually don't do, I had turned the TV on. I usually never put the TV on before I leave to go, and I was actually watching Good Morning America, and saw everything happening, and then was out actually getting ready to go deliver oil for the day.
I think when I think the first tower was hit, they pulled me out of class, and we all went home. And I think my mom was watching TV and she was looking at it. And at the time I didn't know what was happening, who did it, why it happened. I just looked at the TV and saw buildings on fire, and it didn't occur to me that this was a terrorist attack.
I got home from work and I was just getting ready to go to bed when I turned the TV on and saw the tower smoking.
When that actually occurred, I was a flight nurse working with Lehigh Valley Hospital's medevac helicopter in the East Stroudsburg base. And we were actually in the air when that occurred.
I was so young, and my mother was in labor with my sister, and so that brought a lot of stress on her. And last night, I was thinking about what I should say, how I really felt about this, because we were going to be learning about it in school. And I came up with a quote, our country is like a bouncy ball. The harder we're hit, the higher we bounce back, and the stronger we become. And I thought that pretty much summarized all my ideas of 9/11.
I was actually working in the fire department. I was actually assigned to Engine 2 at that time, and that day they were working out in front of the Diamond Station, so I was moved downtown to the East End Station at that time. We were working there, and that morning we received a phone call at the station that stated that a plane had hit the World Trade Center. Everybody had thought at that time it was a smaller plane that hit the World Trade Center. We started watching on TV, seeing what's going on, and in the meantime, as we were watching this, we actually thought they were re-showing the part of when the plane hit the tower, not realizing that the other plane was hitting the second tower at that time. Didn't realize really that it was a terrorist attack and everything was going on. And I'll never forget that day.
I remember it as if it was yesterday. I was in my freshman year of college at Shippensburg University, and I was getting ready for my 9 o'clock class that morning. I went in the hallway and someone actually told me what happened, so I went back in my dorm room and I turned the television on, and I actually remember watching the second plane crash into the World Trade Center. I just started screaming and I woke my roommate up, and I remember classes were canceled that day. The rest of the day, myself, my roommate, my entire hall at Shippensburg, we just watched it on the TVs, and it was just one of the saddest days I can remember.
I was in high school, and I remember that I was sitting in Spanish class, and the teacher told us what happened, and the principal came over the loud system and explained the events that were unfolding, and we were just all glued to the TV. Through all my classes, the television was on, and we watched it unfold, and just seeing the buildings fall and crumble, and it's just, those images will just stay in your mind forever. And
I was in 4th grade, and I can remember, we started at 9 o'clock in the morning. I remember the teacher coming in, take and roll, and then kind of saying, what I planned for today we're not going to do. And we pretty much watched TV all day. And the principal really didn't want us to watch it, but the teachers kind of argued that it was history in the making, and that they were kind of explaining everything to us as we were going on. I said, as a 4th grader, you kind of had an understanding, but to watch the planes, crash into the buildings, and then the Pentagon, and then in Pennsylvania, it truly I will never forget.
Well, as an entire nation remembers 9/11, 2 local fathers and their families are remembering their sons who lost their lives way too soon in a 2008 car crash. Stephen Geraci and Polly Pencala were killed almost 3 years ago when the car they were riding in crashed near Bloomsburg. Since their deaths, both the Geraci and Pencala families have made sure the boys are remembered through a scholarship in their names. And with the help of Verastro's and Genetti's Best Western, the families can continue to provide those scholarships. Pat's Smoke and Brew Dinner is a fundraiser taking place later this month. For $64.95, you get a steak dinner, 4 premium cigars, and several beers. The event will be held in the garden at Genetti's under the canopy tent. Proceeds will go to the Stephen Geraci and Paul Pencala Scholarship Fund.
You can't ask for any more than to remember the boys, and hopefully, you know, remember them in a good way, and also in a way where, you know, students do not drive at excessive speeds and things like this don't happen, because it's very tragic to a family.
Now that we've paired up with Pat and Pat, we think that this will be an amazing yearly event that can really keep our scholarship on track.
Pat and I were talking about doing this for a while, having an event like this, and it just happened to be that he was approached in the timing with the Luzerne Foundation with this fundraiser, and we decided to tie it together. And it's a great cause, so we're happy to do it.
I think it's going to be a great event. We have premium, super premium cigars, craft and imported beers. We have a ton of raffles for people to win prizes. We have about 110 signed up so far for the event. So buy your tickets now.
Pat's Smoke and Brew will take place on Friday, September 23rd at Genetti's. There are lots of great raffle prizes, including a 32-inch TV, an Xbox 360, 2 Spider-Man tickets on Broadway, and much more. Tickets are still available, but they're going quick. Call 501-3700 for more information. It's going to be a combination CD release party and a fundraiser for a girl from Hazleton. A local Christian rock band has been jamming out to some new tunes. Our Christina D'Amato has more on the group Less of Us.
Well, they are a local Christian rock band, and they're going to have a big CD release party, but it's also for a very good cause. Joining me is Don Gallade. He is a member of the band Less of Us. And Don, you're getting ready to release your big CD, and it's titled More of Him. So tell me about it.
Well, the CD is going to be released next week. And our target date is September 17th. And we tied the CD release into what we thought would be a really good cause, and that was for a young lady that really needs some help. And that's what we're really about. And that's actually the focus of what the CD is about as well. The benefit's going to be for Kayla Kelly. It's going to be at the Stagecoach. Saturday the 17th. It's 5:30 to 8:30, and we encourage folks to call the Stagecoach for reservations because it's filling up fast. And it's also bike night.
News 13 has introduced the folks to Kayla. We've done lots of stories with her. So what touched you and your other band members to kind of put these two, you know, events together and raise money for her?
Well, the album is a Christian rock album. Okay, and obviously the goal of the album is to reach those that need to learn more about Christ. And learning about Christ also means doing things that Christ would want us to do. So it kind of made sense that if we're going to have an event and we're going to promote the CD for the band, that really we shouldn't get the glory for this. That the glory should actually be turned around and used for those that really need it.
Mm-hmm. And she's a very sweet girl. She's 19 years old. She's from Hazleton. She is awaiting a heart transplant, and she's suffering from Yule's disease. So, Don, why do you want the public to come out, and what do you have to tell them about your CD and why they should pick up a copy of it?
Well, the group is called Less of Us, and it's an offshoot of the worship team from Faith Assembly of God. All local folks in the group, and it has a very unique blend. But most of all, the message is the most important thing. Sure, the music is awesome, but the message is more important. Basically, what the Bible says, and that's what the music is tailored to, is how we are to follow, how we're to follow the Word.
And Don, you're actually going to be releasing your big music video here on News 13.
That's
too.
right.
So,
that's right. Because one of the members of our band is a very, very amazing videographer, Christopher Pizer, and he engineered and produced an amazing music video to the title cut for one of our cuts on the CD, and that's going to be premiering, I believe, in a few days, right on 13.
Yeah, you can watch it here on Monday, so make sure you tune into that and make sure you attend the benefit. It's going to be a great event, September 17th, so mark your calendars. Anything else am I forgetting, Don?
Lastly, they can follow the band on lessofusband.com and Less of Us Band on Facebook. They can friend us there, and if they can't make the event but they want to purchase a copy copy of the CD, we can find them on the internet.
Okay, sounds very good. Pick up a copy of that CD. Stay tuned on Monday to watch the music video and make sure you attend the benefit for Kayla Kelly. I'm Christina D'Amato here in News 13, and now I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Christina, thanks so much. Sounds like a great event and a very talented group of musicians. Coming up live at 5:30, a man riding his bike in downtown Hazleton was hit by a pickup truck. Find out what happened, and later News 13 looks for answers. We question members of the Hazleton Area School Board about various issues happening in the district.
You're watching News 13 with Janine Mazurkevich, Kristen Bazinski, Christina D'Amato, and Nikki Grimes.
Oh, fumble!
I'll be here all day!
Yep, it's football season. And great deals are waiting for you at Berger Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Like a new Jeep Patriot 4x4 starting at $18,495. Plus, we'll pay more for your trade guaranteed. Just off I-81 exit 145 Hazleton. Since 1921, drive with experience.
No one plans to be hurt. I'm attorney Conrad Falvello, and I have yet to meet anyone who would trade their health for money. But if you've had your livelihood taken away by someone else, don't kid yourself. No one's going to hand you a check. At Falvello Law, injury law is what we do every day. It's the only thing we do every day.
Falvello Law, injury lawyers.
I'll tell you of a kingdom from another place and time.
A land where you can go to leave your troubles far behind.
A world of mirth and merriment where magic fills the air. A kingdom called the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair. So bring your friends and family and cast away your cares. Let's all of us be merry at the Renaissance Fair.
Discount coupons for participating Burger King locations. Visit PARenfair.com.
When it comes to all of your grocery needs, shop Boyer's Food Markets at 2 locations, 15th Street in Hazleton and South Hancock Street in McAdoo. Here are this week's specials. Every weekend, look in our hot food area for wings, tenders, and other party favorites. Don't forget about our gift cards and our senior citizens discounts. We also have double coupons every day. You can also go to BoyersFood.com for our weekly circular, monthly super specials, and much more. It's all at Boyer's Food Markets in Hazleton and McAdoo.
A man riding his bicycle was thrown from that bike after a truck hit it from behind. It happened on Broad Street between Laurel and Wyoming Streets on Thursday afternoon. The man wasn't seriously injured, but was a little banged up. The driver of that truck, we're told, was okay. A state trooper from our local state police barracks was involved in an accident late last night on Interstate 80 in Butler Township. Thankfully, that trooper is okay. A tractor-trailer driver from Ohio had his truck pulled over on the side of the highway. The trooper stopped behind the rig to help. Instead, the driver backed the truck up into the front of the trooper's cruiser, pushing it about 30 feet backwards, causing extensive damage. The driver kept driving. Another trooper caught up with the rig and pulled him over. He's now facing charges in connection with that accident. In the past few weeks, News 13 has been bringing you numerous stories on the Hazleton Area School Board, from the purchase of the Can-Do building to Superintendent Sam Marolo's departure. There's also been episodes about the school district on SSP TV's Inside Scoop. Our media partner, the Standard Speaker, invited school board members to a forum Thursday. News 13 was also there, and our Christina D'Amato talked with board members one-on-one about a variety of issues, from Marolo's paid leave of absence to the Bishop Hayfee building and the Can-Do building.
You have to have 5 votes to fire a superintendent. I don't take back anything that I said. What I said was what I meant, and I think I have excellent written background information that supports what I said.
Made a list of all the times this was brought up in the newspaper, on public, on TV, by board members, and it's, as you can see, it's a page both sides.
The agreement was a buyout of his contract. The Can-Do building and these buildings, I think some of that, the public only was able to see one part of that story.
Well, all next week on News 13 Live at 5, we will be bringing you interviews with Hazleton Area School Board members, Dr. Bob Childs, Carmela Yankevich, Brian Early, Rob Mahalik, and Steve Hahn. And to make sure you check out the Standard Speaker too for some stories on that forum. Stay tuned, there's much more to come tonight live at 5:30. We have your full forecast, find out what it's going to be like for Fun Fest weekend, and Freddie B's also here with some schedule changes for high school football. Find out when the Cougars will play their home opener.
Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on Channel 13, you will have 13 minutes to call in and win a free pay-per-view movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Tonight's winner, Sherry Baker of Drums. Sherry, if you're watching, give us a call right now at 570-459-9813 to win your free movie.
Luzerne County needs Dick Hughes as judge. With the highest ethical rating possible, he'll bring integrity to our court. Dick Hughes, a quarter-century of broad-based legal experience in the courtroom, and as a criminal prosecutor, he's endorsed by law enforcement. Dick Hughes, committed to running an efficient court that saves tax dollars. Vote Dick Hughes for judge. The right person, the right time.
SSP TV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr.
Well, of course, we're supposed to be talking Friday, September high school football, and we will do that. But as you can figure out, there's very little football to talk about on this Friday. We'll start out with really one game that will get in, but it won't be on a Friday night. That's the Hazleton Area Cougars, who were supposed to have their home opener tonight at Harmon Geist Memorial Field. But instead, it gets pushed back to tomorrow night. So there you have it. It's a 7 o'clock start. The Williamsport Millionaires 1-0, Hazleton Area Cougars 0-1. And as we said, it will start at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. So if you're downtown for Fun Fest, go head up to the game. Now, as far as the rest of what's going on, I found one other game that's going to be played on Friday night. And that's going to be where Mount Carmel is playing Selinsgrove, because they play at Bucknell University. And of course, you got to get in there on a Friday night. But other than that, you're hard-pressed in northeastern Pennsylvania to find any high school football this Friday. Matter of fact, the Wyoming Valley Conference has said, other than the Hazleton-Williamsport game, they are suspending all Wyoming Valley Conference sports for the remainder of this week and into Sunday. And they're going to meet on Monday and figure out what they could do, because they've got serious situations with traveling from point A to point B up in the valley. I'm sure you could understand that. Another hometown guy, Russ Kanzler, was 1 for 3 last night. Not enough. Columbus team's for real. 8-3, so Durham is down 2-zip. And to the Clippers in the International League semifinals. Meanwhile, Kinston had a nice little comeback at Myrtle Beach last night. They win 8-6, so that series is tied 1 game apiece, and the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs jump out to a 1-0 lead. 4-2 winners over Pawtucket. It's the all-night happy hour at Bottlenecks. Half-price appetizers, drink specials from open to close. And don't forget, the kitchen's open right till midnight. Where else but Bottlenecks? They sponsor us each and every night right here on SSP TV.
Everyone knows that Bottlenecks is the home of award-winning wings and mouth-watering steaks, but now a new tasty reason to stop by. New succulent snow crab legs, steamed, seasoned, and served with lemon and hot melted butter. And seafood fans will love Monday nights for the Crab and Clam Seafood Jam, featuring little neck clams in garlic butter and peel and eat Old Bay shrimp. Bottlenecks is open 7 days a week. The kitchen is open till midnight every day. There's always a reason to stop by Bottlenecks. New arrivals include ladies' UGG look-alike boots, both high and low styles in a couple of different styles from $10.99 to $12.99. Ladies' slouch boots just $19.99. Designer accessories at $14.99. Thin slate gloves just $7.99. And ladies' rag wool hats $8.99 and just $3.99. Women's bra and underwear sets for $8.99 and $9.99 by Ornella. And men's quilted flannels, $7.99. Check out these Dickie hats buyout selection, just $2.99, only at Treasure Hunt. Check out the Sea of Shoe sale here at Treasure Hunt, and next week, even bigger news here at Treasure Hunt with a brand new department. Stick around.
Hundreds of thousands of folks who are affected by the flood of 2011 are on the minds of all of us here at News 13, and I'm sure many of you watching at home are glued to the television all day yesterday, today, following the developments and how high that water is rising. Don't forget, if you can, please give to the American Red Cross a monetary donation or supplies for those flood victims. And specifically say the donations are for the Northeast PA flood victims. Thankfully, the rain has stopped for now, but our area could see more rain fall over the weekend. We do see a 40% chance of rain tonight. We see the temp dipping down to 58 degrees. And here's your 4-day outlook. Saturday and Sunday Fun Fest weekend. Chance of some showers, but we will see the sun out there. Monday, Tuesday, partly sunny skies, 74. Again, 74 on your Tuesday. Looking like a nice start of another work week. Forecast tonight brought to you by the Lazy Dog Salon, Dog and Cat Grooming in West Hazleton. Call 459-0310 to make an appointment for your furry friend today. Your furry friend can look like this little kitty cat, Sasha, a domestic short hair. She's a client at Lazy Dog, and your pup or kitty can be too. Total Lawn Care, 455-4565. You need to give your lawn a cut before winter arrives? Just give them a call. They offer free estimates as well. All right, that just about does it for us tonight. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day and a part of your week, of course. Check out our new and improved website at ssptv.com and check us out on Facebook. As we say goodbye, we paid tribute to America's heroes. Thank you for all you have done and continue to do. We salute you. Hope you enjoy this tribute, and good night, everyone.
When your car has seen her last mile, you want to make sure her old parts and fluids go here and not here. At Harry's U-Pull-It, we dispose of your old car parts the right way, recycling every piece possible. From parts to fluids, when you bring your old car to Harry's, you'll know that our state-of-the-art system is keeping your footprint as green as possible. Harry's U-Pull-It.